What the freak are you eating? It's time for another food review. And the food I have today are corn nuts. And like the old saying goes, sometimes you bust a nut and sometimes you don't. Wait a minute, I screwed that up, right? So anyway, I remember these in high school. This was like a big snack deal. I guess like the kids today, like they eat like Cheetos and Takis, but in my day, they ate corn nuts. I hate to make myself sound old, but when I was in high school, like Takis didn't even exist. And Cheetos, like some people had the Flamin' Hots, but they didn't have the extra Flamin' Hots. Now I'm bringing that up because these are Corn Nuts Ultimate Heat. They're not just any corn nuts, but there are supposed to be some really hot nuts. And if I remember correctly, these are not even nuts at all. These are basically corn kernels. Think of like that cereal, like Pops. Or popcorn. Like, it's not even a nut. What in the hell? Corn nuts. But I digress. The heat is coming from paprika and chipotle chili pepper powder primarily. There's also something called spices. We don't know what that is. There's garlic powder and vinegar. Vinegar can have a kick, as we all know. It says tear here, so we're going to open it using the Matt Zion method. Now a serving of corn nuts is a third of a cup, so there should be 4 servings in here. Basically, pour a few out here. They just look like little corn kernels, actually. They look like corn kernels that have been dusted with red sauce. Specks. The spice actually hits you right at the get-go. But it's tame. Well, it builds. The heat builds a little bit. But I think if you could handle Tabasco and Tapatio hot sauces, you'll be fine. I just wouldn't eat these on an empty stomach because I imagine they could do quite the number on you. Compared to like the hottest Takis, I think these are maybe comparable, maybe a little less hot. But it's a pretty good try for Ultimate Heat. Then again, this is a mass-produced product meant to be sold on all store shelves to the entire country, and not merely to pepperheads, not merely to freaks who are trying to get their burn on. And I think that's kind of one of the unfair things that people like myself do. We look at a product and we disparage the company for trying to call it Ultimate Heat, because the fact is, if they made it Ultimate Heat and they tossed in ghost pepper powder and they tossed in Carolina Reaper powder, it will be sending people to the hospital. And it's not going to sell. I mean, the whole point of making a product is to get people interested and to sell, to get sales. These are decent. I'm going to give them an A because as far as a commercially available, mass-produced product, it's pretty good. It's pretty hot. And if you like corn nuts, it's got the damn corn nut taste and texture that you expect, plus the heat. If you are not into hot foods, I do not recommend that you get Ultimate Heat corn nuts at all. Excuse me. Because you're just not going to enjoy yourself. You're just going to be burning. And who enjoys that? If you have an experience with Ultimate Heat corn nuts, because I have no idea how mass available, how readily available they are across the country. I found them at a dollar store, and I don't know how that translates across the country. Maybe this is already a failed product, and I just found it in Southern California after it had a test run somewhere, so I don't know. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click thumbs up. Subscribe to Freak Eating and stay tuned for WTF videos because I got them coming all the time. Not always on Tuesday. The problem is that I have so many videos that I need to edit and I fall behind that realistically I can't just put out videos twice a week anymore. So until we eat again, stay in school, don't do drugs, and eat like a freak. I will see you in the next one.